Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out XCN's price chart, and I'm going to tell you in today's video why I do think this move up is going to continue a bit more. And I'm going to say why, despite the fact that it seems like every single thing in here went according to what we said, however, I do not believe that the job is fully done yet. And in terms of the subwaves, there are actually some nuance here and there. So, are you ready? Let's dive in and see what is going on, and let's start today's video with this. You see, if you remember the last time that we talked about XCN, we were right in here, and the idea was that odds are we are going to have at least one more move down in order to take the lowest low down here about, let's say, 1 cent area, and we're going to go a bit slower. However, before we get that phase, there is a chance that we are going to end up having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, which might be a good sign suggesting the bottom is in. But let's not get fooled by it, because odds are that 5 wave is going to be into a larger degree C leg, completing a beautiful ABC in form of an expanded flat. And I think it was actually literally in the previous video where we were right in here. I said, look, this coming move down is not actually shortable. Do not basically go short on XCN, because ONYX coin does actually have a habit of absolutely destroying those people who go short on it. And what you know, we once more got a bit of a short squeeze. Now, I want to be very clear. When you look at this chart from trading view, this shadow is quite large. But when you go on some others, this shadow is not actually as big. And for example, it ended right around this area. Nonetheless, here is my problem. You see, sure, when you zoom out a bit more, it seems like that this was actually the end of our wave 4 and the end of this C leg, and what we said played out. We got another move down into wave 5. However, there are a couple of problems in here. Number one, let's hide everything. As you can see, we still unfortunately haven't taken the lowest low yet. And again, since I believe there's like a much more important support, and at the same time, this is like a very important gap that was created as a result of this specific pump. Excuse me, let's just more. Okay, this specific pump happening way too fast. Okay, I believe our move down is still not over, and it is going to continue, let's say, for another 10 to 15%. Now, here is the situation. Am I allowed to consider a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down into 1, correction for 2, and what's next? Like a huge move down into wave 3, 4, 5. And this is actually like a really bearish scenario, suggesting our move down is going to continue for quite a lot. Maybe we are going to get like a 30 to even 40% move on the downside. In my view, no. And odds are we are still on our way to complete the subwaves for this 5 wave on the downside. And here is how I like to argue that, and maybe it's supposed to go on 15-minute time frame. You see, here's a question for you. If you want to say this is an ABC flat, question, how exactly are you able to find a 5 wave from this point to about the highs? In my view, there's like a very high chance, as opposed to a 5 wave, in here we are just having a 3 wave movement, or maybe like a WXY in form of a double zigzag, generally some sort of a corrective movement and not an impulse. And this actually changes the whole picture completely. Why? Because now we are not allowed to say this is like an ABC expanded flat. Now I'm going to argue, excuse me, sure, this is still, excuse me, let's just take this one, ABC up. Now I'm gonna say it's into an A leg, followed by a correction for wave B, another move up into C, correction for D, and our final move on the upside into our E leg. So this was a triangular structure, and on a higher degree, this is a wave 1, correction for 2, decent move down into wave 3 to about this point, triangle for 4, another move down into wave 5, and the end of this wave 3, as opposed to here, it's now going to be right around this area, and this can be a correction for 4. However, I even do not like this scenario. Why? Okay, quick question for you. What does this move on the downside mostly looks like? I'm gonna say this looks a lot like a 3 wave movement, potentially an A, triangle for wave B, and another move down into our C leg. So here's the deal. What did I say at the beginning of the video that we're gonna get a move up in ONYX coin? Because in my view, this is most likely a wave 1, followed by a correction for wave 2 to about maybe here, I don't know. Let's say here, another move up into wave 3 correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5, and the current phase down that we are having in the past, let's say 24 hours, seems to be quite a slow and choppy move. So I'm gonna say, look, in XCN, this is 1, this is 2, and what's next? Yup, decent move up into wave 3, 4, 5, and we might even very well get close to around these regions, about 1.1.5, 1.2 cents, meaning you may see even like a 10 to 15% move on the upside in the next let's say 48 to 72 hours in ONYX coin. However, I do not believe that you should be overwhelmingly optimistic. Why? Well, unfortunately, I think overall we are still in a correction structure, and it is also going to be in form of an ABC flat, which looks like this. This is our initial move up into a correction for wave B, which ended by like a very small margin. We are going to take this initial low and then another move up into C. Now, in case that we're going to take the height of our A leg, this pattern is called an ABC expanded flat. On the other hand, in case that we are not going to take this important height, this thing is called a running flat. Nonetheless, subwaves are pretty much the same. ABC into A, ABC into B, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside into C. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is going on. So I believe this is ABC, and you might say this is into a wave 4. You know what? Fair enough. I absolutely respect your opinion, but I'm not really going to necessarily agree with that. I'm going to say this is ABC, but it's not going to be the end of our wave 4, and followed by that, this is ABC down, and this, if ends up being a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave on the upside, be patient because it might be on a higher degree. Well, same story, into an ABC. And since this is quite a large shadow on TradingView's chart, I'm gonna say most likely in this phase up in XCN, we are not going to take the highest high in here, about 1.2 cents. Instead, this 5A might end somewhere around these areas, completing the subwaves for an ABC running flat. And what's next? Well, the conclusion is unfortunately the same. Another move on the downside into our wave 5. So you see, relative to the previous scenario that I showed you earlier, indicating, I don't know, maybe this is like a 5 wave down to about this point into a wave 1 correction for wave 2, and the next move is going to be like a massive one down into wave 3, 4, 5. Relative to this count, this in my view is actually a more realistic, and for that matter, a bit less of a bearish scenario, suggesting we are just fine going for one more move on the downside in order to clear all the lows and reach to about potentially and hopefully even the higher band of this important region, around 0.96 of a cent. And then we want to see a very strong bounce, and let me be very clear on that. I am talking about having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure, generally a very strong move without a lot of overlapping of the waves. And if during this phase we manage to take the previous major pivot high right in here, about 1.3.5 cents, it is going to be an awesome sign, suggesting, you know what, in XCN the bottom is it. Overall, I'm going to say what I said in a couple of videos back. I still fully believe that right around the lows, XCN is a decent buy opportunity, because on a higher degree, the structures from my POV are looking beautiful. I believe this is one, this is correction for wave 2. And by the way, what is one very important characteristic of a correction? You know what? Being quite slow and choppy. And when you compare this phase down to this immediate bounce, it does seem like that we are having a correction. Let's just measure it real quick timing wise. As you can see, this move down took us so far about 170 candles. On the other hand, this bounce only happened in about 5 to 7 days, which is insane, showing once more that in this phase down, bears are not really powerful, because if they had a lot of power, they would have just pulled the price all the way back down, potentially even to these levels. However, it seems like that they are failing to do so, meaning what? Bulls are still quite powerful, and at one point, hopefully soon, they are going to take charge and send the price up. So if you want to buy XCN, and you want to hold it until the end of this market cycle, I think these prices, whether for example we are going to go 10 or 15% lower or not, doesn't really matter. These prices generally makes perfect sense to buy. It's very, very important to understand that. But if you want to see what might be next in the short term, please expect maybe a decent bounce, but followed by that possibly another move on the downside. And as my final point, let's go on weekly time frame, see what is going on in terms of indicators. So let's just bring MACD and the stock RSI up. This is MACD. Where is the stock RSI? Okay, there we go. So as you can see, in a stock RSI, now we are having a confirmed buy signal, and this thing happened around the oversold area, meaning what? This signal does actually have quite a good bit of validity, and odds are around these areas we are going to hopefully hit our final low in XCN. However, if you want to be bullish with more confidence, I think you are better off waiting just a bit more and see buy signal in MACD as well. And at that point, well, okay, you can be bullish with like a whole lot more confidence, and you can definitely argue this support is going to do the job and send the price up in order to start the next major phase of the bull. So overall, I'm gonna say we are definitely on the right direction in terms of indicators in weekly chart, but we may not be fully there yet. And what is happening on daily time frame? Okay, so as you can see, we are having a buy signal in a stock RSI, but a sell signal in MACD. So because of this short-term buy signal, again, we may see yet another move on the upside. However, because of MACD, at that point, maybe our move down is going to continue a little bit. So as you can see, indicators in daily time frame do actually provide more confluence for the scenario that we talked about earlier. So let's go with that as long as we are not proven otherwise. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in ONYX coins chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the market, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.